This is one time where you have an injury, and I'm kind of like, all right, I'll take this fight. Like, there's no complaints from me about this fight. Like, Volk did so well in the second half of that fight that it's one of those momentum things that when you watch a fight happen, you see what's happening later in the fight, you was like, yo, if they gave him more time, he could finish him. Yeah. Now, because of short notice, it actually puts Makhachev at a disadvantage because he doesn't get to strategize for Volkanovski. He has to recalibrate his camp on short notice to plan for this guy that was catching up to you in the last fight. Whereas with Oliveira, you kind of know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Now you got to restructure your camp and your game plan. Whereas Volk, I kind of think he knows what he has to do.
See, I was wondering that, especially on who it favors, because an entire camp again, one, you get banged up, all this stuff, that would have been another camp. But how much do you learn from a second camp when a fight was that close? It wasn't to the point of like Wilder Fury, where you got to go in the camp and be like, yo, I got to reinvigorate my whole shit. Like, I just got blown out of the water. I got to change everything. New game plan. Let's go to the drawing board. It was like, no, he did what he did well. I did what I did really well. At the end of 5, it was a toss-up. So for both guys, I feel like this is one of the things where if they had an entire camp to prepare, they're going to have the exact same game plan that they'd have on 8 days' notice. Because you can't change shit. It was like, I did something really well. I won the first 2, possibly 3 rounds. He did what he did well. He won the last 2, possibly 3, depending on how you scored that fight. And that was it. It's just every round is, are you going to do what you do or am I going to do what I do? We pretty much know what the game plan is. It's not like Islam's hands are going to catch up to Volk. And necessarily, it's not like Volk's wrestling is going to catch up to Islam.